Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Thryss. I hope you are all doing well today. So today we are going to learn a new stitch, this stitch. I am calling this the Abalone Shell Stitch. I had a lot of fun creating this and I hope that you will have just as much fun making it. So for this stitch, all you're going to need to know how to do is chain stitch, half double crochet, and double crochet. If you can do those stitches, you can definitely do this. And even if you can't do those stitches, who knows, maybe I can teach you how to do them. So this is just the shell stitch and post stitches, and all right, let's get into it. Okay, so this stitch is done in a multiple of 8 plus 5 plus 1. The plus 1 is just for the turning stitch for the foundation row. But 8 plus 5. So what that means is you are going to do however many sets of 8 to get you to the size, whether it's a blanket, a top, you know, whatever it is you're using this for, plus 5. And then we'll just chain another one, for the turning chain, but when we get to the end of the row, I will help you. So for now, we're just going to chain multiples of 8. And before I do that, I always get asked what yarn and hooks I'm using in these. So the yarn today that I'm using is Gazelle Baby Cotton XL. It's a worsted weight, half cotton, half acrylic. The hooks I'm using, I will link below. This is from Henryetta hooks. And this is what I will be using to make my foundation chain. And then this is from NELSONWOOD hooks, and that is what I will be doing the actual pattern in. I do my foundation chain a full size to a size and a half hook size bigger than whatever hook I'm going to be working with, because my foundation chain tends to be really tight, and whenever I go to start working rows into it, it bows. So this is the way that I combat that. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I have 24 stitches, so that is a multiple of 8 3 times, and then I am going to do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 1. That plus 1 is only for this foundation chain. Okay. So from here, you are going to put a half double crochet in your second chain from your hook and in every chain to the end of the row. So we know that our chain is not what is on our hook. It is the chains coming off of it over here. So to do that, you are going to yarn over, you're going to insert your hook into that loop, yarn over, hook it and pull it through, yarn over, hook it and pull it through. That is a half double crochet. I'm going to do that one more time. So you yarn over, you find your next stitch, and you hook it and pull it through, yarn over, hook it and pull it through. And you're going to do that all the way down to the end of your row. I will meet you there. Okay, so we are at the end of the row. We've done 1 half double crochet in every single stitch. Come the end of the row, you should have 1 less than whatever you chained in your foundation row. So I chained 30. I did 24 for my multiples of 8, so 8, 16, 24, plus 5, which is 29, plus 1, which was just that turning chain. So all you've lost is that plus 1. So you should be 1 less than how you started. I started at 30, now I have 29. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, this is our setup row. Okay, well, technically the half doubles was row 1. This is row 2. So however it is that you start a row, whether you do a standing double crochet, whether you chain 1 and turn and do a double crochet, or you know, however you choose to do that. For the purposes of this, as I have not yet taught you how to do the standing double, we are going to stick with the chain 1 turn. You are going to put a double crochet in the first 2 stitches. So to do a double crochet, you yarn over, you go into your stitch, yarn over, hook it through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, and then yarn over and pull through this last 2. And then you're going to do that again in your next stitch. Okay. Now we're going to chain 1. You're going to skip your next stitch, and then you're going to put a double crochet in the next stitch. Okay. Now you are going to skip 2 stitches, and in that 3rd stitch you're going to do a shell stitch, and the shell stitch consists of 5 double crochets in the same stitch. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now you are going to skip the next 2 stitches, and you are going to put a double crochet in the next stitch after that. You're not chaining or anything like that, you're just skipping 2 stitches, chaining in that 3rd stitch. So you'll have 2 skip stitches before the shell and 2 skip stitches after the shell. And then you're going to chain 1, pull up some more yarn. You're going to chain 1, you're going to skip 1 stitch, and you're going to double crochet in the next stitch. So double crochet again is to yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, hook it through, and pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over and pull it through the next 2 hoops. Okay, and then again you're going to skip 2 stitches, and in the next stitch you are going to do 5 double crochets, which is a shell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is what we are doing all the way down until you get to the last 4 stitches of your row. We will go ahead and do this one together, as this, I believe, will be my last one. We're going to skip 2 stitches, and in that next stitch do a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet in the next stitch, and then skip 2 stitches, and in that next stitch you're going to do a shell stitch, which is 5 double crochets in 1 stitch, So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to skip 2 stitches, and this should be your last 4 stitches of the row. Well, it's the last 4 stitches of my row. Whenever you get to this point, it'll be the last 4 of your row. You're going to skip 2, like we said, and then put a double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip a stitch, and a double crochet in each of the last 2 stitches of the row. Okay. So this is what your 2 setup rows look like. Now this is your first row of the 2-row repeat that is this pattern. You're going to chain 1 and turn, and you're going to double crochet in the first 2 stitches, so 1 double crochet in each of the first 2 stitches. Oops. Then you are going to chain 1, you're going to skip this space, and this little standalone double crochet that we have here, you are going to do a front post double crochet. So what that means is you're going to yarn over, you're going to insert your hook into the space and come around the back of your double crochet. So your double crochet is going to just be chilling on your hook right here, and you're going to come up through the space next to it. So I'm going to show you again. You're just going to go around the back of that post, and then you are going to you're yarning over the hook and pulling that through and up and just finishing off your double crochet. So that is what it'll look like. Now you are going to skip these first 2 double crochets, and you are going to go into the 3rd double crochet and do another shell, which is 5 double crochets. So you'll see that the shell stitch is made up of 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You want to find the middle double crochet, which is right here, and you are going to do 5 double crochets in that 1 double crochet. So it's 1, 2, 3. I do apologize if my tutorials are lesson focused or not as well done. I recently, most of you who are watching will know, but I did recently lose the rest of my vision, and so I am solely doing this based off of feel, and we are adjusting. So we have 5 double crochets in that 1 double crochet. So we have made our shell. Okay, so now we are going to find these next 2 double crochets, and we are going to do a front post double crochet around this first one. So you're going to yarn over, you're going to go around the back of that double crochet, pull up a loop, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. There's your first front post double crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, and you are going to, where is it? There we go. You've chained 1, and you're going to go to that next double crochet and do a front post double crochet around that one as well. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. You have 2 double crochets here at the beginning, chain 1, skip 1, a front post double crochet, a shell stitch, a front post double crochet, a chain 1, skip 1, and a front post double crochet. And we're going to repeat that again. I'll do it with you again, but we're going to repeat that again. That's what you're going to do all the way down your row. Is 5, you're going to do a shell stitch in the 3rd stitch of this shell, which is 5 double crochets. You're going to front post double crochet around this one, chain 1 and skip, and then you're going to do a front post double crochet around this one. And then you're just going to keep repeating that down the row, but I'll do it with you again. Okay, so we are going to find our middle stitch, our 3rd stitch of the shell in the previous row, and we are going to do another shell, which consists of 5 double crochets. So there is 1, 2, 3. Now I would like to know, would you guys be interested in how it is that I crochet blindly? Would that be interesting to you at all, to know how, I don't know. Let me know below if that would be something that interests you. I do plan on teaching the basic stitches, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 there. But there are ways that I, special little things that I do to know where I'm at in the pattern and everything like that, and how to know where to go. So let me know if that'd be something that interests you. Okay, so we are going to skip everything and get to our little solo double crochets over here. And we're going to yarn over, and we are going to do a front post double crochet around this double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go to this next double crochet and do a front post double crochet around it as well. And then we are going to go to the 3rd or the middle stitch, double crochet of the shell below, and we're going to put 5 double crochets into that stitch. And you're going to keep doing that until you get to the last shell. After you have completed your last shell, then I will show you how to finish out the row. Okay, so we are now at the end of our row. This is what it should look like. Oops. Okay, I realized I didn't have one of my lights on. I'm so sorry about that. Okay, so this is what it looks like. You've done your last shell, and now we have this double crochet here, and then the 2 at the end. So at the end, okay, so we are going to do a front post double crochet around this double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and then we are going to put a double crochet, just a regular double crochet, in these last 2 stitches. I've got that one. There it is. And this one. Okay. Okay, so this is how we look. Now you officially have a front and back to this stitch. Unfortunately, it does not look the same on both sides. There is definitely a very distinct front and back. So the way that you can tell the front from your back if you are blind is those post stitches will line up and they'll feel, they're tactile, you can feel them on the front of your work. So you can pop a stitch marker around one of them or something if you want to denote the front row from the back row. Okay, so row 4 is your second row of the repeat. So you chain 1, turn, and there's only one small difference between the previous row and this row. So you put a double crochet in the first 2 stitches, chain 1, and this is the only difference between the 2 rows. So where the row previous we were putting front post double crochets, now we're going to do a back post double crochet. So all odd rows, 3, 5, 7, 9, is going to be front post. All even rows, 4, 6, 8, 10, is going to be back post. So to do a back post double crochet, you are going to go through this space and you're going to hook around the front of that double crochet and come through the next space and yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's really the only difference between the 2 rows, but I will still walk you through it. So you're going to skip the first 2 stitches of the shell stitch and find your third or middle stitch, and you are going to do another shell stitch, which is 5 double crochets in the same stitch. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. So then you are going to locate that first post double crochet, and you are going to skip everything in between the shell and that. You're going to find that, yarn over, and you're going to do a back post double crochet around that stitch, chain 1, and find the next post double crochet, and you're going to do a back post double crochet around that stitch. So this is what it looks like. And then you're going to find the third or middle stitch of that shell, and you are going to put another shell, which is 5 double crochets in 1 stitch. And you're going to keep repeating this until you get to the end of the row and the last 4 stitches, and I will show you how to end the row. So this takes us to the last 4 stitches of this row, and we are going to skip everything to that post double crochet stitch, and we are going to yarn over, and we are going to do a back post double crochet around that stitch. We're going to chain 1, skip this area, and we're going to do a double crochet in each of the double crochets from the previous row. Sometimes this first and last stitch of each row can kind of curl up, so just mess around with it until you find the hole on both sides where your thumb and your finger, you squeezing your tips of your fingers together, there's a hole in between them. That's how you know you found your stitch. Okay, so this is what your stitch is your the shell of 5 stitches plus the post chain post. So that is your multiple, your 8 count. So this is what it looks made up, several rows. It works up very, very quickly. Very quickly. I did this in no time, and I am not a very fast crocheter. So I would love to see what you guys make out of this. You can share it to my Thryss and Stitches Facebook if you would like, and let me know down in the comments below what you have or are planning to make out of this stitch. I'm very proud of it, and my first garment tutorial will be up soon, and it will be with this stitch, so I cannot wait to share that with you guys and see what you guys create out of it. So I love you guys. Stay safe and stay weird, stitchies.